So I was doing this live on Wednesday and I was helping people to understand the feeling that they're in, the vibration that they're in. So if I was to ask you, what do you want out of life? 99% of people will say to me, I don't know. So I'll flip it around and I'll ask you, what do you not want out of life? And I think everybody knows that they probably don't want balls of shit. They don't want awful relationships. They don't want horrible friends. They don't want a bullying atmosphere in work. They don't want, and there's loads of things that we don't want. We don't want to be struggling. We don't want to be sad. Loads of things. So if you don't know what you want, go to what you don't want and then go the opposite. So what do we want? We want to be happy. We want to have freedom. We want to have choice. We want beautiful relationships. We want all of these things. And I think the majority of people want the same things. We all ultimately want to be happy. We want to be balanced in ourselves so that when you wake up in the morning and you can text, like I text Debbie this morning, she said, how are you this morning? I said, I am marvellous. I genuinely felt marvellous when I woke up, which is beautiful. And anybody that has seen dark days, which I think if you're living, you've seen dark days or you've seen very down days, and anybody that has been there will appreciate waking up feeling marvellous because I just feel fantastic. And this week has really cleared it up for me, really cleared it up. But anyway, that's not what I'm talking about. So rockets. So when I ask you what you want, I need you to really, if the foundation of what you want is to be happy and then you build on top of that, then that's brilliant. So we'll go with that one. I'm going to make it generic for everybody so it's easy to understand. So when we talk about happiness, you talk about the things that you want, the things that make you smile, the things that actually make you smile for no reason. Did you ever have a day where you're smiling for no reason? That's called alignment. That's when everything is balanced. That's when you don't have anybody's words affecting you. You don't have situations from your past coming back to haunt you. You don't have things inside and work that are on your mind that you need to be doing because you didn't do them before you left and blah, 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 blah. That's called alignment. And when you're aligned, you just have no thoughts. You've no bad feelings. You don't even feel like you have feelings because you're just so balanced. You're just happy being here right now in this moment. It doesn't happen all of the time. So if you start noticing that today and you're smiling for no reason, or you're just sitting there and you're quite happy to sit with no TV on, with a cup of tea, just being yourself, being with you, taking a moment for yourself. Notice how many times you're aligned today. Some of us will be many times, some of us won't be many times. That's okay. You just take wherever you are today and we'll grow from there. So when you think about what you want and then somebody decides to ring you and tell you some news that's upsetting you, or you hear something that upsets you, or your child, anybody have teenagers? Your child answers you in a certain way that triggers you and you're like, and you end up having an argument with them. I really want you to focus here now, because when you think you're doing the right thing, so when you think, oh my God almighty, that poor person, blah, 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 and you have to worry. When you think about the things in work and you're like, oh my God, I never did this, I never did this, I never did this, I need to do this. You're sending off rockets of feelings. So do you know when I say what you put out, you get back? So this is, and the people that were in the Happiness Hub on Wednesday, now this is only just adding on to their awareness of whatever they got the other day. When I say to you, what you give out, you get back, and some people are going, okay. And you kind of know it and you kind of understand it, but you really don't. This will make it really clear. So we think in pictures. And if I can paint pictures for you, then you will be able to understand it better. So you're sending off. So every time that you complain, a rocket goes off in that vibration. That's a low vibration. Okay? That's not our happy, clappy, bouncing around, marvelous vibration. So you're sending off a rocket. If somebody comes to you, even though it's not your stuff, and they start talking crap to you and you, oh yeah, and you start feeding into it, rocket gone off. If you're very, very happy and you're delighted with what's going on and you got the best news, rockets are going off. So now you need to choose what rockets you're sending off. Because these rockets of feelings, these rockets of vibrations, that feeling is coming back to you, not the situation. So when I say what you put out, you get back. So people always think, oh my God, this happened the other day and it was really bad and I hope that doesn't come back. The situation and the circumstance rarely comes back. It's the vibration and the feeling off the back of it that comes back. So you're probably thinking, okay, I've had lots of things that happened in my life and I felt crap for a lot of them. So it's the feeling and vibration that's going to be very similar, not the circumstance. And I really need you to understand this, because what people think the law of attraction is that you think of something and that you get that thing immediately. You don't. You don't. You think of something and you need to be feeling what it feels like when you get it, before you get it, so that you can attract it. It's a very broad concept. And you really need to understand it, because people say the law of attraction doesn't work at all. Of course it doesn't work, because we're not on the vibration of what we want. My palm is itchy. What's left, Pam? Is that, am I coming into money? Or is that right, Pam? My palm is itchy. Anyway, you see how I just drift? Busy, busy, busy. If you don't feel the feelings of what you want, the likelihood is you're not on the vibration. So you're not getting that you asked for, but you are getting something, because you are on some vibration. We're all on a vibration right now. I'm on a vibration right now. You're on a vibration. We may not be on the same vibration, but I'm getting everything on this vibration today or tomorrow or next week. So if it's a good vibration, the chances are my life is going to stay quite balanced and I'm going to be bobbing along and I'm going to be marvellous again in 2 weeks' time, which is beautiful. It's really nice. Was I always like that? Absolutely not. Absolutely not, because I felt before that it was very normal that if something happened to me, that it was okay to blame the person that I felt was involved. What happens is you stay in the vibration that the person was in when they did that thing to you. So if you didn't like what they did to you, you're not going to like the vibration that they gave it to you in. And then if you keep it alive by thinking about it, by talking about it, you're sending off rockets. Rocket gone off. You say something bad, rocket gone off. You give out to somebody, rocket gone off. You're annoyed in yourself, rocket gone off. You're feeling a bit down today and you're telling yourself that you're no good and that you're ugly and that you're fat. Rocket, 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 rocket. We need to stop the rockets from going off in the wrong way. We need to be focused. You need to focus your energy in the right way. What do you want? We all know what we don't want, but we're still talking about it. We're talking about what we don't want instead of talking about what we want. And the more we talk about what we don't want, and the people that we don't want, and the people that we don't like, and the circumstances that we don't like, all we're doing is launching bloody rockets. Rockets of vibration, and those vibrations are going to come back to us at some point, and we don't want them. We never wanted them in the first place. We never wanted the shit that somebody brought to our door. We never wanted this feeling of feeling no good because somebody told us we were no good. We never wanted the circumstance that triggered us and remember something from your childhood that you really didn't like. We never wanted them anyway. We wanted to be focusing on what we want to attract in. Because if we don't focus on the good, the things that we want, and again, you say, I don't know what I want. I genuinely don't. Tell me what you don't want and reverse it. That'll tell you exactly what you want. Ultimately, everybody wants to be happier in themselves. Everybody wants to understand why they get down. Everybody wants to stop the spiraling. Oh my God, I can't believe that person did that to me, and you're stewing over it for a week. Every time you think of it, I can't believe it. Let it go. Let it go. It takes practice, of course. It takes practice. You're not going to be able to do it straight away, but you have to start somewhere. I couldn't do it if I didn't start somewhere. I can do it now. Now, I always bring it back to myself and ask myself, what have I done for myself? If I'm in this situation and that person is annoying me from 4 years ago, then compliment myself for how far I've come. Compliment myself for getting rid of them. Yay, they're gone. Yay, you're doing great. I don't care what you're cheering yourself on for, but start cheering yourself on in every situation so that you can focus in the right way, so that you can be focused on the things that you want. What you're going to find is you're going to go, oh my God, this is great. That's what I'm definitely going to do that now. And I do really encourage you to do it. And then a phone call comes, because what happens is when we're training ourselves to be more aware, be more focused, watch your thoughts, you're going to get pulled off track. Of course you are. It's like learning a new skill. You're going to fall down at some time because you have to build up that mental strength that you need to be able to stay in this zone all of the time. And when you build up that mental strength, it really does get easier. It does get easier. And what happens is you'll still be pulled off track, you'll still be knocked off track, but you're so aware, you're aware so fast that you get yourself back on track. And that's what you want to do. You want to use your mental faculties. We have 6 mental faculties. You want to use them. And one of them is the will. And the will helps you to focus in the right way. And you want to use your will so that you can focus in the right way to understand what you do not want. Really start focusing on what you do not want. If you need to write down what you do not want and straight across from it, put in the reverse. Write down a list, a shopping list of what you do not want and put in the reverse. And I can tell you now, you're going to want happiness somewhere. You're going to want happiness. And that's what I provide. My job is to leave everybody feeling a little bit better after they leave me. I am here to teach people in some way. Some people will get it and change their lives massively. Some people will get it and change their lives small, but some people will get it and not change at all. Everybody's entitled to do whatever they want with the information that they get. The information works. The transformations are there, they're available. But I can't guarantee that you're going to get a transformation. I can guarantee you that there's a transformation, but I can't guarantee you that you're going to get the transformation you want because I don't know what you're going to do. I don't know how much of the will you're going to use, how much of your mental faculties you're going to use. I don't know how committed you're going to be to focusing on what you want. I don't know how willing you are to stop the negative rockets from going off all of the time. Negative rockets, negative feelings, negative vibrations, all of the time. You need to be committed yourself. And when you come back and go, yeah, but this person said this to me. You can't control another person. You can only control yourself. So is it about what the person said to you, or is it about the conflict in yourself that you're letting it annoy you, or that there's something inside of you that you need to fix? That's probably what it is. That's probably what it is. Because if somebody's annoying you, it really isn't about them. It's about you. And if it's about you and you're repeating what they did and what way you felt, you're just sending off rockets, and we need to stop. What is it that you don't want in life? Reverse it and it will tell you what you do want. And there you go now. For the rest of the weekend, start focusing on what you do want. The minute you think of something that you don't want, it may take a while, but the minute you notice that you're thinking about something that you don't want, switch it. Get on top of it. Really start focusing on what you want. Is it available? Of course it's available to everybody. It's available to everybody. We all know what we don't want. We've all met balls of shit. We've all met shitty individuals. We've all met circumstances inside in jobs that we didn't want. We've all had circumstances that weren't ideal for us. We all know people that have certain characteristics that we love, and they also have characteristics that we don't love. We all know it. We've all met it. There's nobody getting away with it. We're all here at a trial run. There's nobody getting away with it. But if you want something different, you need to start being different yourself, because you're never going to get the different unless you're willing to change yourself. You have to be prepared to focus your mind. You have to be prepared to watch your thoughts. You have to be prepared to look for the good. You have to be prepared to stop talking shit, even if it's a conversation with people. And if you don't talk crap in that muddle of people, then you don't really fit in. Then that's absolutely, if I don't fit in, step outside the circle. Do what I do. I don't give a shit what anybody says about me. Step outside the circle. You don't have to be talking negatively. You do not have to participate. You have a choice. You participate, your rockets are going to go off. You step outside and you give yourself a little cheer. You might feel a little bit uncomfortable at the start. I did. Now I don't feel a bit uncomfortable. If I don't want to listen to you, I'll just get up and walk out of the room. If the conversation isn't for me, I get up and walk out of the room. If I'm on a one-to-one, I try to change the conversation. I try to bring it up a little bit. Bring up the vibration a small bit. I don't want to be in the gutter with somebody. That's not where I live. I don't like when people do it to me. I certainly won't be doing it to people. Watch your rockets.